Right, I'm trying. Hold on. I'm getting somewhere. Am I good now? I mean, I'll be good. Well, I think it is my uni network doesn't, I thought it didn't like international packets. So packets coming from other countries. Which was just a lazy excuse at the time. But now, I just don't think it likes voice packets that PlayStation stands for. But with a voice packet Discord send is fine. But the voice packets that PS sends, it doesn't like. So, yeah. So you can't connect Discord to your PlayStation. If you go on to like your little menu where you see all your friends, also high stream. If you go onto your menu where you see all your friends in the game base, if you go down far enough, is there not like a little Discord icon? If you go over it, it will say connect to Discord. You can hear Roy, you can hear Mike. You can't hear Mike because he's muted at the minute. I can see that, but... Yeah, and then you can link it, and then you can just start a direct voice call, but it's like, my throat's awful, I need a throat sweep, because, yeah, but, I don't know. I've tried to get this fixed, I do not know how. I do not know what the problem is. I've checked my voice party settings, I've checked my chat connection, and worst comes to worst, I can't hear Mike. I can just pull up the stream in one ear and just contribute where I need to. If this is the scuff way we gotta do it, it's the scuff way we gotta do it, I'll do it. Where's this live stream? Okay, oh god, it's delayed. We're gonna do it. Mike, are you there? Okay, confirm he's not unmuted, and the stream can... How do we fix this problem? I hate technicals. So for those who are watching the stream and putting up with this horrible situation we currently got going, I am at university now, and my Wi-Fi is subpar. So it's don't know why it hates the PlayStation voice chat, but it does. I could try and repair the Wi-Fi network. Do the network status. And my network is good, isn't it? No, we're good. That's so annoying. Right, I've got a solution, hold on. I've got a big brain idea. Mike, get ready to commentate.
Hello.
I don't know what.
Hello.
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 I did it.
Hello. I don't know. I think it's because I've swapped. I've swapped to a different headset. I think it was me after all that. I thought it was you, but it was actually me.
Try and join on my PlayStation. Hold on. I doubt that'll work. If not, I'll join back on my phone. But let me try.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let's have a look. So anyway, here we are.
Wait, oh my
Apparently,
god, it
can
works.
you hear
Jesus
me?
Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we need to know if there's an echo because with these headphones, there's usually an echo. Hence why I tried to use the other headphones.
I don't hear an
And
echo.
yeah, well,
Oh, I hear a
you
little bit,
can.
but it's alright.
Yeah, you should be able to hear them from me. Let's see what Roy's saying with the screen.
It's the smallest bit. I
Echo
I
question.
say, if you're mad about it, cope.
Oh, mate, well that was stressful. Like, you've got to try and put a kid to bed like 10 minutes before the race starts, and then get here, and then
And then
suddenly
you're in
something's not
here and having
working.
technicals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
technicals or
tell me
whatever.
about
We
it.
need a higher mic volume according to Roy. Let's see if I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. Let's here we go. Yes.
Way.
More echo. Give me the echo.
More
Roy.
echo.
Roy, how does that sound? Your input would be greatly appreciated right
It
now.
sounds better on my end as well,
Good.
so if that's
Well, that's
anything.
good. Oh, mate, that was stressful. All day I've been messing around with Streamlabs, trying to make that work, and Mark gave me a hand. You know, lazy but talented. He gave me a
Mm.
hand earlier, and we got. It took about 2 hours, and we got something like. Then we set up the stream, ready to go. Changed one setting, trying to do an overlay, and suddenly we lost all video feed after 2 hours of work or whatever it was. I was just so. This has been a
Yeah,
horrible
Streamlabs
experience. Oh,
is a thing,
yeah, yeah.
but
Cluster
no,
beep, I think is the word for live
no
commentary.
community service.
No. So anyway, yeah. How are you? Long time no
I'm
hear.
alright. Yeah,
Good.
no, I'm back for this race maybe, maybe a few more. I mean, I
That's good.
see that the final races in Singapore, and
Yeah.
there's no Baku on the calendar. So Roy really waited to pull out the best
Yeah.
calendar until I left.
Yes. So you'll be
Um,
there for the next one.
well, I don't know, but Singapore, I think I'm contractually obligated. Well, not
Right.
contractually. I'm not in no contract, but
Yeah.
morally
Well, not that
obligated.
you know about, but wait till we
No,
see you in court.
yeah,
Wait till we see you in court, Cam.
yeah. I'll be in court with Roy. He's gonna be like, look, like, I'm gonna get a job at like Alpine. He's gonna be like, I want one of the F1 cars. I'm
Yeah.
suing you because you
Yeah.
didn't commentate.
Exactly. And that's what will happen. So unfortunately, you don't really have a choice now.
You kept yawning on comms too many times.
Yeah, now we're suing you.
Now we're suing
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. Well, at least we're here for the start of the race, so that's
I
good.
mean, yeah, took us a minute, but yeah, would
Yeah.
you want to run us through the quali order?
I do. I don't, but it's David, Hammy, Ethan, Sondre, Mamba, Thomas Unbeaten, Mrs. Fam, aka Josh, Supernova, and Ranger in 10th. That's the top 10, so we've got time for.
Yeah, Smidge, Techno, Snoopy, Dark Angel, and then whoever was in last,
Right.
because I didn't get to
You
read
didn't
it
get
in
that.
time.
Of course. There's only 15, so a bit of a reduced grid because of the fact that nobody seems to like F124.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, I haven't been playing much, but that's
No.
because I've been so busy as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, likewise.
but no, I mean, Monza as well though, good track. Calendar looks really good. Um, but no, what do you think about Monza, Mike?
Not one of my favourites to be honest, but I sort of manage. But it's I don't know, it's one of those tracks that for some reason everybody else loves to race. So when I come to it, I don't know. I find it a bit boring. I'll be totally honest with you. I find it a bit
I
boring from a
mean,
sim. I imagine in real life when you're doing 200 miles an hour, it's probably a different experience. But I I think that on the game, I find it a bit. It doesn't play to my strengths. So
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. What about you?
it's a
Do you love it?
it's a nice track. It's
Yeah.
got history, but it's not like Silverstone where the history. I mean, Silverstone's a good track. Don't get me wrong, like track wise, but the history is what makes it such a like a prestige
Of
track. But
course.
Monza, like, it's prestige because of the racing that's happened on the circuit, and also like yeah. But anyway, we got lights.
We've got lights. I'll let you take this bit, mate. This is your forte.
And we go green. David's gonna take a good start in the Aston Martin. The Williams of Hamby gets a pretty good start off behind. I need to turn on my telemetry because I haven't yet. Swampy does gain into P3. David taking into turn 2. Everyone's kept it pretty clean as so far. A little bit of spinach at the back there with a Ferrari from Smidge. But it's David who leads so far, followed by Hamby in hot pursuit. Then Swampy, Ethan, Thomas, Ranger going into the next chicane, which I forgot the name of, but I'm not good with Monza.
Me too.
Intel Esmo 1 takes it pretty well. Again, no major accidents as of yet. Signs gaining on Snoopy a little bit in the back of the field there. But it's all pretty close on the first lap. But it's David who takes it.
Yeah, he's done really well there, hasn't he? He's kept his cool and remained in the front. And Hammy up there yet again. He's just consistently fast. I'm always impressed with Hammy.
Hamby is. I remember last season, the Williams boys were quite feared towards the start, but no, I don't want to say fell off, but fell off.
But fell off a little bit. It's Ethan, I think, is the big danger. Having joined MVP, I made a big deal of it last time. I was a bit limited on what I could say because I couldn't think fast enough. But I think Ethan's quite a risky kind of addition to the MVP grid. I think he's come from a background of leagues with some really fast guys. I mean, you're talking the likes of Hushrav and even maybe even Limitless and that. He's come from there, but I think he's come to Roy cap in hand and said that he's not been practicing so much, so he could fit in with our kind of pace here. but there again, David has raced in the same league as Ethan, and so has AJ, and they both fared really well. I think it was Apex Racing at the time. Yeah.
Oh damn!
They did really well, to be fair. Yeah.
I just wanted to quickly highlight the tyre strategy before someone usually cries about it in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
But Hamby's gone on hards and he's managing to stay pretty up towards the front at the minute, which is impressive considering everyone around him's on the mediums. Mamba and Sign and Snoopy also on the hards and Prime on the softs.
Yeah. Do you think that's a bit of a risky strategy, or you think he's going 2-stop? I noticed it said that there's an option on a 1-stop and a 2-stop.
Yeah, I think with you ideally want to do the 1-stop here with this lap distance 3 wide nearly into turn 1, and the McLaren goes for a lovely line. And it's round.
Disaster. Oh no! So that's Ethan, Sanjay, absolute anarchy.
Yeah, I think
that, shouldn't we?
I think he's actually gotten out of it pretty scot-free. I don't see too much damage on that front wing. Okay. I did see some debris though, so someone's gained some damage. I found it. It's Mamba. Mamba's missing an end plate. Thomas is okay. Hamby, is he missing an end plate as well? But he's going for the move, and David on the hard tires gets it done. If Hamby could keep this pace up and do the offset, the opposite strategy of medium, I assume the strategy of the majority is medium hards, but Hamby's going to try do a hard to medium.
Yeah.
Which would be...
Well, if he can keep...
I think it would be better,
keep pace with David, yeah. If he can keep pace with David, he could end up being faster at the end of the race.
Yeah, and if he can get that tyre wear just right, and get the pit stops similar, it would help him a lot, actually. And there's a 10-second time penalty from Ranger already, speeding into the pit lane, and he has retired.
That's a shame. Ranger's been doing really well. His first race in was great. His debut was pretty solid. I remember saying last week that he'd done a great job for his first race. So that's a shame to see him out. But yeah, David and Hammy, this is going to be really interesting. And his teammate only 2 positions behind.
Yeah, Williams going quite well to running towards the front, where David His buddy and Aston Martin, Josh Morton, sitting P13 right now.
Wow.
Currently in the pit lane. I assume he's excuse me. I assume he's received some damage from that incident during turn 1 on the last lap.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm hydrating.
Well, you go for it, mate.
I have a
Go for it. You've got to stay
throat.
hydrated.
This
is a lot easier when there's two of you, isn't it? I mean, I can only say how hard it was for me to do that. The last race, just by myself, I didn't know what to say. But you just say the first thing that comes into your head, which is usually nonsense for me, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and you go delusional, and you go insane, and there's points where you start begging for a safety car. And speaking of a safety car,
what's happened
Techno
here?
had an incident into Parabolica by the looks of it.
Dark Angel sort of in and out of the pits, but not really. One or the other. They're sort of going in, but then coming out. I don't know what happened there, yeah.
But no, that's going to be the first safety car, and it's actually like the first safety car I've seen in a while, because if we go into the parallel with the real F1, oh my god, there's been no safety cars.
It's been a drought, hasn't it? And but I think that's do you think that's kind of what threw Mercedes with their strategy there when Hamilton went on softs? Do you think that
well, during Singapore?
Thrown them? Yeah, they've thrown out softs thinking, God, we haven't had a safety car in so long. Singapore's like guaranteed safety car. Let's get him out on the use soft. Let's have a tyre advantage, and instead of go for third, let's go for the win.
Pretty sure it was Singapore has a really high maybe even 100% chance of safety car.
Yeah.
Through most of the strategists, but I think people are seeing how much less they have been appearing recently. And that's why most of the other teams opted for the safer strategy, where Mercedes was like, let's gamble, and there's never reward without risk. So
no, and then the risk didn't.
They had to try something.
Yeah. I genuinely believe that was not the best call.
It was
but
not.
It is the sort of call you'd go for if you want. They were never going to win, but they could have won on taking a huge gamble. But that's the problem.
This is interesting. Hamby and Sign are currently at the front on their hard tyres, and most of the people who are running mediums.
Yeah.
And Mamba, who was running hards, has actually just changed onto new mediums. But most of the medium runners changing over to the hards, obviously thinking that it will go the rest of the distance.
Well, so they think they can go the full distance on the hards. I don't know the tyres on this game. Do you know anything about this?
I don't know too much, but if I had to eyeball it, I would say you would want those mediums to stick out a lot longer than they were there for. And the people in the new mediums are definitely going to have to fit again. I definitely wouldn't put, unless they're going to like literally drag those tyres across the line and in a punctured state.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's risky again, risk without reward, but we're going to have to see what comes out of that.
Yeah. I'm just reading through the thing. Oh, apparently according to Dino, I'm dirty on this track. So, well, I don't know. I'm not intentionally. I feel like I'm one of the cleanest guys out there. If I ever ram someone off, it is a complete and utter mistake.
Oh yeah,
I would say.
I'm too conscious about my driving to the point where I start getting dirty on accident.
Yeah, by accident.
It's like I think too much about
it. Yeah. You're under that much pressure that you just do something stupid anyway. Yeah, the irony.
Ooh, Supernova though, 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags when coming into the pit lane there.
So what's that? What's that? Ignoring yellow flags on this game?
Well, it was 10 seconds.
Ignoring yellow flags. So is there a delta now that you have to meet when you're on yellow flags?
It's a safety car, so it's safety car delta. So I assume he just sped under safety car.
Yeah.
As he was coming into the pits, he put the gas on, and he was above delta.
Yeah.
So
that's what's happened. And then, meanwhile, Dino chimes in yet again. I video-proofed Mike. I thought you said a swear word then, but it was a bit hidden behind me. You didn't see me on the inside out of turn 1. There we go. My fault. That's why I'm not racing. This is why I was sacked. It's all your fault, Dino. Cam said I was not welcome back in an Alpine.
Whoa. I'll have it known that I retired. I did not tell my drivers, which was unprofessional of me, yes, but I couldn't TP as I didn't even know if I would be able to commentate, so
Yeah. Well, it's good
that's
that
what
you're
I
here,
didn't
mate.
want to.
It's good
Yeah,
that
I
it's taking the
tried.
pressure off me.
I tried to. I had it literally. I was like, I have a free evening. I might as well, right? So,
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I've got work I should be doing, but it's like it's all
Yeah.
recap at the minute. I ain't fussed. University's different than
Yeah.
school,
But
so
it's good if you can come without so much pressure, isn't it? Unfortunately, there was loads of pressure because my microphone wasn't working for some reason. So I'm sorry about that. But
hey, no, it's
let's
all
hope
right. Stuff
next
happens.
week I won't have other responsibilities. So next week I will have a little bit of time to get prepped. So hopefully it will go a bit smoother than it has today. It's just a shame we
No.
missed quali. But this safety car's going on, son.
It really wants to stay out. I think it's coming in because there's like the UI's flashing, so I assume
Yeah.
it's coming in.
Right. So here we go.
So it's on Hamby on the restart, and I think he's just gone straight away. Hamby down the straight. There's a little bit of a battle back there with the McLaren, and I think it's the Red Bull and the Aston Martin of David going into turn one. Are we going to have another disaster class? There's an Alpine that locks their brakes. But everyone's made it through pretty safely, yes. And it is Hamby who leads, followed by Sign, David, Swampy, Thomas, and then Mamba. Ethan is slowly climbing back up as well after the incident on lap 2. He's currently in 9th now. I think Snoopy's fallen down the pecking order a little bit after his lock up into turn 1.
Yeah. And Mamba's looking pretty poised to strike on Thomas in 5th. He's the closest out of all the guys since the restart. So that's
yeah. And these guys are on the mediums as well. Yeah. So if we're talking tire advantage, these guys should have it.
Yeah, they need to make up some positions now, right? So that the back end of the race, when the hard comes into its own, you think they're all going to go to the end of the race on this tyre, or what are we thinking?
The mediums will have to pit again for softs.
Right.
So what the medium players are probably hoping for right now is for some form of safety car, VSC, something later on. Yeah. Obviously, if it was right now, it would ruin that plan completely. But to be fair, they would just go on the hards again, wouldn't they? Yeah. But all new mediums. But it's just reacting at the right time with the appropriate countermeasure. You know, it's like
yeah. That was certainly my weakest
what ifs
in the racing. Like that was the thing I struggled with the most, was deciding when a safety car came in, do I go in? Oh, we've got something going on here.
What's happening?
We've got Sandre and Mamba having a real set two, but it's just the same. But they can close. We've got Josh working his way up the field. He was right down at the bottom, wasn't he? He's worked his way up to 7th.
Yeah, one of the medium runners has fallen down the order quite a lot.
Snoopy.
I think it was Prime or Snoopy. Yeah, what happened to Snoopy? Did he have an accident?
Let's have a look. He's still got his front wing, so that's something. I don't know if we can find anything else about him. Let's have.
I doubt it, but Supernova again, another penalty. 3 seconds for multiple. I assume track limit warnings.
Right, let's have a look at the penalties then.
Yeah, give a look at the penalties, which I think most of them have been served.
Yeah, it's only Supernova with a penalty right
now. Mambo's going to have DRS on Tom. He's probably going to get this move easily done right on the rear, going up. No, they both had DRS. Never mind, I take back everything I just said. Oh, there's a Haas in the middle of that corner.
Oh no, so this is, I don't know what happened there, but that's going to upset some people.
Yeah, it's not going to be a safety car, but again, not too soon after the restart. A car being in the middle of turn 1. I do want to check the damage on that Haas.
How do we do that?
Oh, the Haas is struggling. It's got an end plate off. It seems to be struggling a little bit.
Is this sign we're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, sign. He's
Oh, he
getting
is
a bit.
missing the end plate.
He seems like he's having a bit of a struggle because the car doesn't seem to be going where it wants to go by the looks of things.
Oh, yeah.
He's braking quite. His braking doesn't seem to be with him. And the drivers
He's
behind
just
are
falling
expecting him
prey
to be a
the
bit
other
faster
guys,
through the
yeah.
corner.
I have to say that is one thing I didn't like about the game is a small element of damage to the front wing. It just renders you so far behind the pace of everyone else.
I know
Whereas
back in
but if
go
you
on.
look at real life, people lose an end plate. They still manage to be consistently there, roundabout. You know, might lose a
I
tenth
know
or
in
half a tenth of that.
21, it was like if you have like the smallest chip to the front wing,
Yeah.
it's like the whole thing is gone.
Yeah,
I know
whole
they
race
fixed
is
that in 22. They adjusted the damage model slightly. Oh, a little bit of kick out there from Haas. But they adjusted it in 22 onwards. But again, yeah, it's better, but it's still
not there.
it's still not there. I don't think.
Well, some serious damage on the front.
I don't know how
Thomas's Red
things
Bull.
are on wheel, but what's
He's
happening with
also
Thomas's
he's
Red
missing
Bull?
an end plate as well. So, I mean, saying that after
He's been
everything I've
driving
just
without
said,
that end plate, I think.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, right.
no, he went into the pits. Oh, I think there's
more
another end plate
damage.
that's just flown off there from.
Okay, so that's why everyone's
Josh.
so even right now. No one has an end plate.
I think the idea is if you just take off everyone's end plates,
Yeah, they're even.
you go
Yeah,
faster.
sure.
We're gonna see two Astons come together just to take each other's end plates off, so they can get a little bit more high speed down the straight.
Exactly. Anyway, just coming back to the whole Dino thing, like he's there, he's got plenty of energy and enough to slag me off online. So where is he? Why haven't we got Dino on the track today?
Is Dino still in the league?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest. He just popped up there, handing out loads of abuse, and he disappeared. So, Dino.
The audacity.
Yeah.
Oh, another end plate's just been gone, this time off the Ferrari of Dark
Right.
Angel. Both Ferraris missing their left end plate.
Yeah.
They're like brother in arms. The
Oh,
Alpines.
Mamba and David.
Oh, what happened there? A little switch.
We've got both Williams up front.
Nice. Williams 1-2. Are they going to take each other's end plates off? Who knows?
Roy's just added in. He says, "Fair question. Where are you, Dino?"
There was a 3-second time penalty, I believe, for Prime for track limits violations.
Yeah, Prime not doing so well. I'm not sure what happened to him.
Next, we're going to be seeing that David's going to get community service.
Yeah. So another F124. Someone not happy with the game is Dino. So that's why he says it is beep. That's what he thinks of the game.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, 24 definitely could have been way better.
Yeah.
I think Cody's and EA mainly, their license expires soon. I think that if F1 has heard any of the feedback from these recent games,
they're going to take the license away.
They're going to revoke the license.
Yeah.
But then the question is, who do you give the license to?
Yeah.
And you need to give them.
Who makes a set of Corsa? I would give it to them.
Yeah, because they have done F1 cars in a set of Corsa.
Yeah.
But there's motorsport games as well, isn't there? Who got the license to? Was it the IndyCar games or something? I don't know.
Okay.
Someone got a license to something, and people were happy about it.
Yeah, the fact that they've got it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Codemasters.
But the thing is, I think what's going to happen though is they need to get that license out with fair warning, because if they don't, we're going to be missing like a year or two of F1 games for the development time.
Yeah.
Because right now, the way that the current F1 games are made, it's on a 2-year cycle. The people who do the people who do the odd years, people who do the even years. There's 2 teams at Cody's.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So they
every other
essentially
year.
develop
Yeah,
it, yeah, and
yeah.
that's how stuff like FIFA and stuff works too.
Got you. So the
Um,
next year could be intriguing because it'll be a different team. So they might shake it up a
yeah,
little
and
bit,
that
and it
next
might
year
be
is the
better.
team that does the even years. They always do. No, the odd years. Apologies. They're always the ones with the story mode. So last year in
Yeah,
23, we had Breaking Point 2. 2021, we
yeah.
had Breaking Point 1.
Got you.
These guys, the even years, they usually do the stuff with the career modes.
Right.
I think
So
they were
that's
the ones
what's
who
happened
introduced
this year
career
as well,
mode
isn't
and
it? Like
stuff.
this year they've done the career mode.
Yeah, overhauled career
Yeah.
modes a bit, yeah, which, but I think that you can't be releasing, like, if you look at another one of EA's owned game that's the minute, which is the WRC series, the EA Sports WRC, they've had that game out for over a year now, but the way they're handling that game is completely different to how they're handling the F1 games.
Yeah.
They are just pushing the, like, it started out with the 2023 season and whatever, but like, I think very soon they're pushing a 2024 season update,
Right.
and I think that's how F1 should work.
Right. What? Pushing it in
Push
advance, or
just literally no, just like um, have a game EA Sports F1, and then have it update every season.
yeah,
And then guess then you would lose like the issue like where like, I can go back and play F1 2017.
yeah.
You would, I guess, you would lose the ability to go back and play F1 2026 or whatever.
Oh, I
But
see.
it's
Yeah.
like
So it's almost like the
they,
same game, but updated year on year.
yeah, and they update the engine, they update the physics and stuff. And if they really wanted to, they could keep the old like if you could keep the old games like the updates
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah.
access them. Like I
Keep
think
the
it was it
best parts of
F1
the old games.
20. I can't remember one of the old F1 games. I think it was 2015. You
Yeah.
could play F1 2015 and F1 2014
Oh wow.
in the
Right.
same
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Or even when they brought in the classic cars, I think a lot of the feedback has been if they'd just kept that in throughout the seasons or onto the new games, that's something that people would like to see back. But for some reason, they're not really listening to league racers. They're listening to obviously the masses because that's where the money is, but they're not listening to the league racers, the
Yeah.
guys who are going to buy this year after year,
Yeah.
which would have been us. But
And I think and the simple solution to that is just have one game that constantly updates. If you want to, pay a little, like charge like 15, £20 for the new yearly content, like as a DLC.
yeah, yeah, and you would pay it,
But
wouldn't you? Yeah, you want it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
you buy 60 quid one time purchase, you get access to the first year's content, or the year it releases in. And then you can get, when F126 comes out, you can buy the 26 DLC, and that gives you access to the 26 stuff and
yeah,
so on and so forth. But then I
yeah.
guess it stops them from implementing like changes to career mode and stuff. But then again, could lock it behind a paywall, but then is it ethical? It's such a difficult situation they've put themselves in.
Yeah, 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 I agree. Yeah, I'm not loving
Anyway,
it. Meanwhile,
back to the
Ethan's
racing.
up into sixth. So I don't know how he ended up so far down there. We had there was a bit of a tangle, wasn't there, in the first chicane, and since then he's really been going for it.
Right, hold down fort for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay, so here we go. We are lap 16, and we've got Josh defending against Ethan. Josh carrying a 3-second penalty. The other penalty guys are Supernova, Snoopy, Prime, Dark Angel. So we're looking at from 7th downwards. The top few runners. We've got Mamba in 3rd, all over the back of David. This has been a bit of a to and fro between Hammy and David, and Mamba has been sticking his neck in there every so often. We've had a Williams 1-2 at one point. So far so good. So if we just have a look at the tyres, we've got Mamba on mediums 11 laps old. That means he still has to go another 10 laps. Nobody really seems to know what these tyres can do at the minute, but it's an even split. It's an even split between the medium and hards right now, and the strategies people are on. But I think general consensus is you would start on the medium, tackle a safety car that's already happened and then try and finish on the hard. I know that Cam believes that anyone on the mediums right now might have to pit again. That's definitely.
I believe it is a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, 10 more laps on these tyres.
I wouldn't do 20 something laps on what percentage are we? 50%, 25%? I don't remember.
What through the race? For the race it's a 50% race. Yeah. Well,
yeah, 50% race. I would expect the mediums to go about 15 to 20. So, but I think 20 is a push.
Right. Okay.
So like Dark Angel, like he'll definitely last on those mediums, but it's like Snoopy. I start asking the question of the tire wear, but obviously Monza's a pretty not. I don't think it's a high tire wear circuit.
No,
it's like strictly a racing circuit. It's made for racing cars, so it shouldn't be too bad on the Pirellis. But the hard runners, they would go for about 30-ish laps, and that's a stretch. Okay.
So they stand a better chance coming up towards the end of the race. So it'd be interesting to see where Mamba is. I mean, he's worked his way into second. It'd be interesting to see if he can hold that as the tyres go off and what the difference is. But I've not driven the game at all this year, so I've no idea how the tyre models change.
I think Hamby has just pitted to change off his hards onto his mediums. But because of now how bad the offset is it not necessarily is it worth it, but like what sort of can you do from here? Because to be fair, Hamby,
yeah. So we need to look at his lap times really.
The medium, the Snoopy should be able to easily pass, but it's the hard who are probably in their nicer operating window now.
Right.
I know I originally said the offset could be good, but the way things have just panned out now, it means that the hards are just in their like perfect window of operation. So
yeah, well, if we look at the last few lap times for David, these are fairly representative. Then they 1:22.9, 7, 5, 4, and a 23 before that, and then against Mamba, we've got 1:22.9, 7, 1. So I'd say the mediums were going really well, and this seems to be like the crossover point here. I would say, based on those guys' lap times.
From the mediums to the hards, or from the hards to the mediums?
Well, I'd say that this is the point at where the mediums are starting to slow down and the hards are starting to come into their own and last a bit longer. Yeah. I think this is where we are now. So, if anything, we'd expect to see Mamba dropping away from David and into the clutches of Ethan and Sanjay.
I mean, if he clings onto the DRS like he currently is, he should be able to at least maintain that gap for a bit now. Like we're in the transition period. Smidge gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Hamby has gone fastest on those new set of mediums. We have had a safety car. As I say, we've had a retirement. It looks like it's Dark Angel through Ascari.
Yeah, nightmare.
But that's going to be another safety car, and this is where Snoopy has sort of been blessed a bit, because he can now just go on a set of softs.
Right, yeah.
And I think Mamba as well is probably celebrating, because Mamba can go onto softs. I mean, David can also just go onto softs.
So this is softs, isn't it? You think everyone's coming in here for softs? Because
I think everyone has to come into softs.
Yeah.
If David doesn't come, this is like Abu Dhabi. Like, if David comes
21,
into
right? Yeah.
And Smidge has a drive-through for speeding under safety car, so penalties coming out thick and thin.
Yeah. Oh no! So they're going to
be really interesting to see what happens. I think David has to pit. It's stupid for David not to pit.
Yeah,
his tyres are in the good operating window.
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't pit, Mamba has to. Yeah, okay. We don't need to ask the why. If it's happened,
Mamba's in. Yeah.
Everyone pits for softs.
They only did that because we told them, right?
It's like no two brains about it. You've got to pit. Like if you're not, if you're not pitting here, like, you're losing lap time.
Absolutely.
But the good thing is that everyone will get what. Some people going new mediums. David's gone new mediums.
No way. Let's have a look at the tyres. Oh yeah, so we've got
Why?
David on
Why?
mediums, Mamba on softs. Oh well, maybe he didn't have any left if he's used more in his allocation for the quali.
In the quality, yeah, you're right.
Because these guys have saved some 0 lap softs, which you can't always do.
I would have even said like 1, 2, 3 lap softs would have been fine.
Oh yeah, well true.
I mean, slightly worse, but
how many more laps will we get behind the safety car here?
You'll get about 2.
Yeah, so 5
2
laps.
more behind the safety car, so 5 laps, like 3 lap old softs would have been fine. Not ideal, but fine.
Yeah.
I think you could have fought off Mamba with them if David had them, but I think he's now put himself in a precarious situation where his driving prowess is really going to have to carry his performance here.
Yeah, well, if anyone has driving prowess in the league, it's that man.
It's that man.
Or that man in third, Ethan. But
Ethan
so,
as well, yeah.
I mean, I vouch for this guy. As I think David's really got his work cut out for him here, but it could be good. But Mamba, I mean, he came into the league. Was it last season? And he's got some serious pace about him. Whether or not he has the consistency is yet to be seen. But I would say he's
Mamba
definitely
was
got
the
pace
other
to
Alpine driver, wasn't he?
Exactly. Yeah, my ex-teammate, mate. Yeah.
Is it
Good
bad?
guy. Put me completely
Alpine.
to shame. I wish you'd have got a slower guy, to be honest.
To be honest,
we've
I got
Dino
you,
saying,
and then I just had to get one of the new drivers because everyone else was taken. I didn't expect the new driver to be so bloody fast.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, Dino's just requested we do the safety car restart from Ethan. So we could do that. We could ride on board with Ethan when it comes to the restart.
Yeah.
He just wants to see if the other two crash into each other, doesn't he? Smidge going to pits again. This is a team red.
This is the drive-through.
This is a team red maneuver. We're like 3 laps into the safety car. Can't decide what to do with the tyres, so we'll just come in and swap anyway. Maybe
he
forgot
has to serve a drive-through.
Yeah. Oh right, so he's just trying to get his penalties down. Right, okay.
Yeah. But
there's the penalties for anyone interested.
It's the closing stages of the race. We're nearly there.
Yeah. Been a breeze with someone else.
It always is. Yeah.
Okay. We've got 8 watches as well. That's like, for me, that's my new record. I got 6, I think, last time. Up to 8 now because you're here. That is a record officially.
What?
My commentary career, we've got 8 people watching the stream. For me, that's a record. For you obviously with the 5 lap and stuff, I think you would have got fairly up there. But
I've had in other leagues, I've had slightly bigger numbers, but
yeah, I imagine.
Like I think it was SBS at one point, and that was like 40.
Wow. I would freeze up at that point and not know what to say. I'd be like, hi.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, right, if SBS is somehow here, well, the safety car's in this lap, I'll cut this story short. But they were so professional, they were forcing me to do all this stuff, but it wasn't fun. It wasn't good commentating, so I quit very promptly after the first race. So let's go racing one more time.
That's over to you, Cam. This is your forte. I can't speak.
Right. David, he's going to have to pick when to go, and he's gone now. It's going down the main straight. Smidge gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But David is going to take turn 1. The McLaren, side by side with Ethan, into turn 1. All looks clean so far. Lots of side by sides. They managed to keep it clean. David leads through turn 1. On those mediums, there's some yellow flags getting thrown. I think we lost the Mercedes into turn 1 and 2. Coming up now to the second chicane, David still leads ahead of Mamba. Ethan close behind on those new softs. David really managing to make those mediums work, got on them up to temperature quite well. And the softs as well for Ethan and Mamba haven't managed to overheat them, um, which is good so far. But we are going now down into a Scar. Is it a Scary? I think it's a
No,
Scary.
no. Is it a Scary, this one?
I
Yeah,
think
maybe you're
this
right.
is a
Yeah, you're
Scary.
right. It is a Scary. And then what's the big long one after this? Is Parabolica. Yeah, so that is definitely a Scary. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Off we
Scary.
go.
And here we go. This is probably where. Oh no, no DRS this lap. DRS the
Right.
next lap was. Oh my
Oh,
God, Mambo's
Mamba
getting very
all
close
over
even
David.
without
This
DRS.
is
He's right on the
benefit of
backside
soft
of
tyres.
David.
Benefit of
On the
soft tyres.
soft tyres, yeah, DRS enabled as well. If it's not done this lap, it's getting done next lap. He pulls out to the side,
Wow.
storms on by. David's still got a lot of battery in reserve, but Mambo really relying on that battery there for that move. But they are about, let's
Ooh,
say,
like a
equal
nudge.
on their charges at the minute. David's sitting about 70, Mambo about 60, so we're going
Amazing.
to have to see how that pays out.
Quite a
And then
restart, Mamba.
Ethan's got about the same as well, so Mamba obviously has a bit less than the two behind because he was the one making all the moves happen, but
Yeah, this is great racing for the top three. Unfortunately, Sondre in fourth, he's carrying a 3-second penalty, so he's not really going to be in the mix unless he really gets his foot down in the next 3 laps. But
yeah, I know he said he wanted to be in the mixer, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it into the mixer.
He's there. There we go.
But
So
he is there.
have you had a chance to drive the game at all with these with this new ERS? Because I haven't, and I don't know how.
I have
the best way to
it
use
drains so quick.
Right, but it recharges fast, right?
It does recharge pretty fast, yeah. As we're about to see, David's going to go for the return move on those mediums. He's quite a distance apart, but he's going to have the DRS, he's going to have the ERS. As a friend one of my old friends would say, he has everything ending in RS, but here comes Ethan down the inside, locks the brakes a little bit. Doesn't manage to get it. David also doesn't manage to get the move. Oh, there's some end plate there. Of one of these cars.
There's end plates all over this track.
Whose car was that? Was it Ethan? I can't tell. No, it must have been.
I can't get off board. Whatever view I try, it's on board.
No, everyone still has the end plates. I don't know what that was then. But there was debris that came off of one of those cars. But Mamba is still going to take it.
Simpson. Woo, Mamba. Yeah, Mamba.
Mamba's getting.
I'll tell you what, I bet you wish he was driving for Alpine right now, don't you, Cam?
I bet. Why didn't you do this when I was? Yeah, why didn't you do this at Alpine? Like, come on.
He's too busy getting held up by his teammate.
We wait until. Everyone waits until I leave, and then everyone's like, "Oh, that's actually become like." Let's do a good calendar. Let all my old TP drivers become like goated at the game. Like,
yeah.
he's
got his teammate as well is about to put a pass in on.
As well. And David's going right down the inside. He's gonna break later. It's gonna favour Mamba, but as Mamba compromise, and he's just taken David's end plate off. Maybe I don't know.
No.
I saw debris. Definitely saw debris coming off that Aston Martin, but no visual.
No, he's got both end plates. He's got both.
It must just be some minor damage.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have rear wing damage on.
But it is, but you'd have to probably reverse flat out into something really sharp to do any amount of damage, I think. Yeah.
Fairly.
So David, what do you think? Do you think he's regretting his tyre choice right now?
Oh yeah, he has to be. Surely he has to be regretting the tyre choice. I think if I was in David's position, I'd be regretting my tyre choice. But maybe we'll find out. Maybe if he comes in for interviews, if it was the only tyre choice he had, or if it was a blunder. But he's gonna still try it. And to be fair, for someone on the medium tyres, he's really pushing them. Absolutely trying. But we are going to go on to the final lap. So as David's got to push, he's got to push it now. Yeah. And it seems like he is. He's right behind, and he's gotten in front of Amber.
Well,
down the straight,
what
and
a
he's got the
race. What a
DRS.
race with these two. I'm sorry no one's getting any exposure right now, but this is really good, isn't it? Like, this is,
It is very
if
good.
only real F1 was like League of MVP, I tell you what, there'd be no debates, there'd be no nothing. It'd just be the entire world watching. Which is, yeah, that's what's going to happen.
To be fair, I
So
did need
6
this
laps
after
each.
how stale the F1's been. But Smidge
Yeah.
has finally retired after the
Oh,
surplus of penalties he
sorry, Smidge.
received.
Yeah.
Didn't want to see the checkered out. But maybe there was some damage or some other means to his car. But Davis actually pulled away about a 6/10 gap.
Wow, unbelievable.
Not to
On the
say
medium
that
tyres.
Mamba can't do it, but Mamba's got a little bit of DRS here to aid in getting closer. No move is going to be
This
made
is a
down here
pressure
unless
game
he's
right now.
feeling ballsy.
Yeah.
But I
This
doubt
is
he's
pressure
feeling
now, isn't it? I
ballsy.
mean, obviously, I think Mamba's probably on the quicker tyre, but this is about who can keep their head, who can make the fewest mistakes. One small mistake
Someone
can
could
lose you a
crash
few
off in
tenths. Yeah.
Parabolica. But here
Yeah.
comes
And
Ethan, though,
Ethan.
on the back of Mamba. He's coming into this battle a bit late. Down the inside of Parabolica gets squeezed off by Mamba. That sort of hindered Mamba. So David might get away with the win here on the offset tyres. Takes the
Mamba,
win.
Ethan, wow, just
Ethan,
unbelievable.
wow.
Unbelievable.
Ethan probably helped David out a lot there, a lot more than David probably realizes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think what happened, I think I saw the exact moment where he was like, right, I'm chasing David to, oh God, Ethan's beside me, and I've got to try and keep my position now.
Yeah.
But no, that was a great race from the front.
It was. And Roy chimed in with a few messages. No rear wing damage in MVP. It's just front wing only. And
Thank you, Roy.
He said, good game. What a race. Yeah. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, GG guys. That was an amazing race.
Yeah.
And David takes it. He takes the cake.
Yeah. Oh, and Dino appreciates the comms. There's one for me. For me and you.
We got there. We got there.
We got there. In the end, we might have started halfway through quali. It wasn't the most professional start to a commentary session. But it's been fun, mate. It's been really fun. Yeah, we're sort of laugh, aren't we?
Yeah. One little recap of the finishing order then. David takes P1 for Aston Martin and Mamba, very close behind. Same with Ethan in P2, 2 and 3 respectively, followed by Hamby P4, Swamp P5, Thomas P6, Snoopy P7, Sign P8, Supernova P9, Josh P10, Prime P11, Smidge P12, Dark Angel P13, Techno P14, and Ranger P15. And that's gonna, yeah. Do we do post-race interviews?
Well, we're gonna try. I'm just messaging the guys now. Got Ethan was third, and it was how many seconds?
Them. Just invite them together.
Oh, how do we do? I don't know how to do this. Right, let's have a go.
I got it. Don't worry.
You got it. See, you
literally
can tell the
just
difference
hit
between an
invite
amateur and a
party.
professional. Yeah.
You just go invite players, and then you go and play together, and you just find them. So it was what David. Who was it?
And it was Mamba, and then it was Ethan for the top three.
Ethan and Mamba. There they are.
So
I'll let you lead the interviews.
Oh, Jesus, right, okay.
So I'll toss it. You're the main commentator. You ask most of the questions.
It doesn't seem that way, does it? Right.
I'll chip in a question every now and again.
Yeah, I've got some great ones.
One question. But...
I've got some great ones with what's your favourite colour? What band do you like? Did you ever listen to Spice Girls? So I've got things ready, mate. I've got this stuff lined up. Yeah.
It's alright,
Let's just rock it.
Usually, first off, how was the race? And then, if you remember something specific about the race, you ask them about that. And then, you usually just ask something about how things are looking championship perspective-wise.
Okay. We just hopefully someone joins.
And then I'll toss in... And maybe I'll toss in a random question.
Well, we need to invite a wild card here. Let's get our chief analyst, which would be, where has he gone?
Oh God, we're getting a wild card.
We're getting a wild card interview. I don't know if he'll. Oh, he might. I've never done.
I've never done this.
Invite. He'll see his invite. I don't know if he'll join. This is just This is Mark. Lazy but talented. Who was he? Did he win last season? I feel like he did.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I feel like he did. It won't be. I appreciate the fact I don't know that for sure, but there's been a lot of MVP seasons.
I have
since
a
I started
reason
playing
to
this.
not know.
Yeah, you do. I don't. My
I could
reason is
check.
having a terrible memory.
Let me check Discord. If no one joins in like 5 minutes, then that's when I usually call it quits. They obviously don't know they are being blessed with commentary royalty today.
Yeah, exactly. Mate, you have saved my bacon because I wouldn't. It was all a bit last minute this for me. But next week, I've got it. Are you going to join next week, or am I going solo?
I'll let you know closer to the time. I just
Yeah.
need to see. Well, obviously, right now I'm like, I got work, well, coursework. I've got like I'm going out and meeting new friends, all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
well, that's
I'll see what
important.
happens.
Don't want to go through life with
But
no friends.
yeah, especially uni, because God.
Yeah,
Um,
I imagine it's pretty fatal without friends.
but yeah, it's
So right.
We'll see what happens. If they join, they join. If they don't join, they don't join. So
Yeah, is that well? That might be us then. Nobody's. So you've definitely invited the top three here, haven't you?
90%
And I've
sure.
invited the chief analyst, and he's not here either. Mark,
I usually give them
get
like
your ass in here,
a
man.
little bit more. Give them
Oh,
like a little bit more time. Oh,
Mamba's
here's
here. We've
one.
got
Here's
Mamba.
Mamba.
Here we
Hey,
go.
Mamba.
Very unlucky, my friend.
Should be a win.
It should be a win.
David murdered unbeaten sign, so
Oh.
Lucky,
fine.
mate.
Oh yeah, there's penalties. I forget. I haven't done this in so long.
Yeah, so it should have been the other way around. So, how was that race for you?
yeah, fun.
Fun?
I got saved by the first safety car after getting front wing damage first lap, but
Oh
it's a
wow!
good race.
Right, okay. Oh, that was good to claw your way back up. And did you panic at any point about your tyre choice?
A little bit, but I kind of thought that we were all in the same boat with the tyre wear.
Yeah. Excellent. So, Cam, help me out here.
First of all, hi Mamba. Long time no
Hello.
see. Where was this performance in Alpine? I'm joking. But no. Oh, congrats. When you saw David pit under that last safety car and he went onto mediums, did you feel like the mediums were the right choice, or were you confident in your choice of the softs?
I weren't really thinking. I don't think I had another set of mediums. I might have done. I just kind of chose softs and
Pray.
decided to go for it. Yeah, I didn't realise how much they'd wear.
Yeah. Were you surprised how fast they were?
Did they wear quite fast
out?
then?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Did they wear quite fast?
Yeah, they were about 40% by the end.
No,
Wow.
Jesus Christ! All right. I didn't realise they wore that fast.
Yeah, me neither.
So is the tyre model much different on this game, Mamba?
It feels different compared to last game.
Yeah.
Like, I feel quicker. But it feels more understeering, more heavy.
Right.
Mm.
And then what about tyre wear? Is that more aggressive than the last game?
I'd say so. It's just the case of the tyre pressures. You've got to keep on top of the tyre temps.
Mm.
Because if they're too high, they'll just wear too quickly.
Right.
Yeah, I remember them saying a lot about the tyre temps when the game first came out. But no, I mean, how with the championship in prospect being so new and also having a really good calendar with Singapore at the end, Roy, how you feel about the season after the second race? If you think you can comment on it now.
I'm just going to take it one race at a time. I'm looking to try and get a decent ending position and hopefully get the constructors.
Mm.
But I know I'm not the fastest, but I'm just going to keep on being consistent.
Sounds like the member that I know. But
I
no,
don't know, mate. You're
I-
pretty much up there on pace, I'd say. You're definitely pestering the top 3 all the time, so it's good going. Really
you
good.
were on David's backside
Yeah.
for most of that, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I ain't got any more questions.
No,
You ain't got any more questions?
no, I haven't. I'm still learning how to be a commentator, so there we go.
Well,
No,
when
thanks,
you
man.
go-
But
when
well
you-
done, mate. And unlucky on it was a really close finish, but a great race to watch, and I know everyone on the
It
stream
was a great
enjoyed
race.
it. Yeah, it was really interesting.
Right.
Sound.
Well done, man.
Ciao, ciao, Mambo.
Good luck
Cheers.
on the next round.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
good luck.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Right, based on the fact that no one else has joined us, I think we could call it quits so
Yeah,
far.
we'll sum it up. Lovely.
Well, I mean, go on, you go on, you do
Okay.
it.
Right. Well, thanks, Cam. Thanks very much for joining and just being a really good backup host. And you know, you did your little bit, and obviously I carried it through. But you know, it was fun, and I enjoyed it. And hopefully you can make it back for the next one. And hopefully it's generally all a lot more well prepared than it was this time round. But what is round 3? Do we know what round 3 is from here?
I can tell you what it is, but
let's find out.
I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thank you, Mike. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here again with these cool people at this cool time, at this cool place, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was a good race. Well done, everyone. Very thoroughly enjoyed. And yeah, Mike will definitely see you. I don't know if I'll be there.
I will definitely be
we'll
there.
see you
and I
next
will be
in
there.
Silverstone.
Yes.
Next week.
Silverstone, my favourite. Love it. I'm looking forward to
Right.
that. Okay, thanks,
Thank
Cam.
you, everybody.
Cheers, man.
Thank you, Mike.
See
Have
ya.
a good one, guys.
Bye.